Hey guys, welcome to John's Game Room. Sometimes I like to go back and revisit old games with really bad frame rates just to remember what it's like when judging new ones. So, let's play some Lichdom Battlemage, shall we? They fixed it! That's right, Lichdom fans, the developers have heard us loud and clear.
Lichdom Battlemage
is fixed. You remember this game, right? The slowest game we'd ever tested? Yeah, well, that award now belongs solely to APB Reloaded over here, as Lichdom Battlemage is now in pretty good shape. That's right, Lichdom has been patched on both Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I actually discovered this fact after wandering into the Maximum Games booth at E3 this year. I'm sure they were thrilled to see me. As a reminder, the original Xbox One release suffered from constant screen tearing in addition to a consistently low frame rate. The updated version though? Well, now it runs at a near locked 30 frames per second instead here on Xbox One. Yes, that's no joke, it actually feels pretty good to play now. Sure, we do see the occasional torn frames here and there of course, but they do not crop up often. The game went from the worst game we'd ever tested to perfectly adequate if I'm honest. It's an amazing turnaround and one we don't often see. There is one sacrifice made here of course, and that's resolution. The game has been dropped to 900p from 1080, but let's be honest, it was the correct choice to make here. It simply wasn't playable before, and now it is. At this point, it's actually one of the best performing CryEngine games on the Xbox. How about that? So how about the PlayStation 4 version then? Unfortunately, this version of the game still has its own share of issues. But these issues are completely different from the original release. You see, unlike the Xbox One version, the PS4 game actually operates with an unlocked frame rate, which results in a wildly unstable level of performance throughout. The frame rate is much higher than before, no doubt about it, but it still doesn't feel very nice to play with such variation in performance. Though some of the battles still wind up dipping below 30 FPS anyways, though it is well above the 12 FPS of the pre-patch version at least. We also ran into a lot of hitches and pauses in this version of the game that keeps it from feeling as stable as it should. But still, considering where we came from, the results here are rather impressive. The team has also worked on improving loading times here. In its original form, Lichdom could take more than 2 minutes to load a stage. With the patch installed, we're down to around 90 seconds. Yeah, loading screens are still quite long here and it remains an issue, but chopping a good 30 or 40 seconds off is still pretty good. Ultimately, in less than 3 months, the studio responsible for porting the game managed to transform it into something completely playable, from something that was, well, not. The takeaway, releasing a game in such a bad state is good for nobody. We're happy to see that the publisher takes this matter seriously, and we can only hope that going forward, Maximum Games will take this into consideration before it puts out a new game. Really, it'll be good for everyone. If you're interested in giving the game a shot then, it's actually pretty solid on Xbox One, but on PlayStation 4 the experience is still just a bit too wobbly for our tastes. So that about wraps this up. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is John signing off.